My girlfriend said, "Your controlling behavior is suffocating me. I need someone who trusts me." I'd asked why her girls' night photos had men in them. I replied, "You're right. I should trust you more." Then I gave her all the freedom she wanted by ending it. When she realized freedom meant no safety net. I, 31 male, am currently sitting in my living room, drinking a beer that cost $2.50 and enjoying the absolute silence of an apartment that no longer smells like overpriced vanilla candles and deception. To understand the sheer absurdity of the last week, you have to understand my ex-girlfriend, Bex, 26 female. Bex is someone who speaks fluent TikTok therapy. Everything is a boundary, every disagreement is gaslighting, and any expectation of accountability is toxic behavior. We've been together 2 years. I pay the rent, the utilities, the internet, and the lease on the Audi A3 she drives because her credit score is lower than the temperature in Alaska. She works part-time as a social media coordinator for a boutique, which basically means she posts Instagram stories for $15 an hour and spends the rest of her paycheck on Revolve hauls. Last Tuesday was the catalyst. Bex told me she was having a girls' night with her best friend Kenzie. Standard stuff. I stayed home, ordered a pizza, and played video games. Around 11 p.m., I checked Instagram. Kenzie had posted a story. It was a boomerang of them clinking martini glasses at a high-end lounge downtown. Cute. Except, in the mirrored wall behind them, you could clearly see the reflection of the table. Sitting right next to Bex, with his hand casually draped over the back of her chair, was a guy. Not just any guy. This was Tyler, a promoter she had met a few months ago who she swore was just super well-connected and helpful for her career. I zoomed in. In the next frame of the story, a still photo, Tyler's hand was on her thigh. I didn't explode. I didn't smash things. I just screenshotted it. When she came home at 2 a.m., smelling like tequila and expensive cologne, I was awake. "Hey," I said, sitting on the couch. "How was girls' night?" "So fun," she chirped, kicking off her heels. "We just danced and talked. I'm exhausted." "Did Tyler dance too?" I asked calmly. She froze. The color drained from her face, then immediately rushed back in a shade of indignant red. "You were stalking my Instagram?" she snapped. "I watched Kenzie's public story, Bex. His hand was on your leg." She didn't deny it. Instead, she went on the offensive. This is her signature move. "Oh my God, Lucas. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You are so suffocating. It was innocent. Tyler is a friend. Why do you always have to make everything into a crime scene?" "His hand was on your thigh," I repeated. "He was being friendly. You're just insecure." She threw her hands up, pacing the room. "I can't do this anymore. Your controlling behavior is suffocating me. I need space. I need someone who trusts me, implicitly, without checking up on me every 5 seconds. I need freedom." She stood there, chest heaving, waiting for me to apologize. Usually this is the part where I back down, say I'm sorry for being paranoid, and buy her a sorry gift. But something in me snapped. Maybe it was the overdraft fee I paid last week because she used my card for a vital hair appointment. Maybe it was the lie. "You're right," I said. She blinked. "I am?" "Yes, you are absolutely right. I don't trust you. And you shouldn't be with someone who doesn't trust you. You need freedom." I stood up and walked to the door. "So you're free. We're done." She laughed. A dry, incredulous laugh. "Okay, Lucas, stop being dramatic. I'm going to bed." "No," I said, blocking the hallway. "I'm breaking up with you. The relationship is over. You want a man who trusts you? Go find him. But you can't live here anymore." "You can't kick me out," she shrieked. "I live here." "You're not on the lease, Bex. You've never paid a dime of rent. You're a guest. And I'm revoking your invitation." "It's 2 a.m. Go to Kenzie's, or Tyler's, since he's such a good friend." She stared at me, realizing I wasn't bluffing. Then the entitlement flared. "Fine, I'll leave. I don't want to be around your toxic energy anyway." She grabbed her purse and slammed the door. She didn't take a bag. She didn't take her charger. She assumed she'd be back in the morning when I came to my senses. I locked the deadbolt. Then I engaged the chain. Update 1. It has been 48 hours and the realization is starting to set in for her. The morning after she left, I received a barrage of texts. Not apologies, mind you, demands. "Bex, 8 a.m. I'm coming by at noon to get my skincare and my Dyson. Make sure you're there. Bex, 8:05 a.m., and transfer me $200. I had to get an Uber to Kenzie's, and you owe me for the stress. I didn't reply. Instead, I went to Home Depot and bought 10 large moving boxes. I spent the entire day packing. I'm a logistics manager for a shipping company. I know how to pack efficiently. Clothes in one, shoes in another, that horrific collection of beige hats in a third. I put everything in the living room. At noon, she tried to unlock the door. I had rekeyed the smart lock via the app at 2:05 a.m. that night. She couldn't get in. She started pounding on the door. Lucas! Open the damn door! My Sephora package is inside! I opened the door. I blocked the entrance with my body. Hey, I said. Your boxes are right here. She tried to push past me. I'm not moving out. You're being insane. We just had a fight. We broke up, I corrected. You said my controlling behavior was suffocating. I removed the control. You are free. I have nowhere to go, she yelled. Kenzie lives in a studio. I can't stay there. Maybe Tyler has room, I suggested. She glared at me. Stop bringing him up. This isn't about him. This is about you illegally evicting me. I consulted a lawyer friend this morning. I lied. I hadn't, but I know the tenancy laws in my state. She hasn't established tenancy because she never contributed financially and isn't on any utility bills. You're a guest who overstayed. Here are your things. I started shoving boxes into the hallway. I can't take all this, she cried. I drive an Audi. It won't fit. Ah, the Audi. Right, I said. The Audi. I pulled out my phone. I opened the banking app. I canceled the recurring transfer for the car payment. Then I opened the insurance app and removed her as a driver. You can take the boxes, I said, but the car stays. Excuse me? Her voice went so high only dogs could hear it. That is my car. Is your name on the title? I asked. No. Is your name on the loan? No. Do you pay the insurance? No. It's my car, Bex. I let you drive it because I wanted you to be safe. But since I'm so controlling, I shouldn't be controlling your transportation anymore. You can Uber. She looked at the car key in her hand, then at the boxes, then at me. You are trying to ruin my life, she whispered, just because I wanted to have fun with my friends. No, I said. I'm letting you handle your own life. That's what adults do. She called Kenzie. Kenzie arrived 20 minutes later in a beat-up Honda Civic. They spent an hour trying to cram Bex's entire wardrobe into the back seat. It was like watching a game of Tetris played by people who hate geometry. Before they left, Bex turned to me. You're going to regret this. Tyler treats me like a queen. He's going to help me get a lawyer, and we're going to sue you for emotional distress. Okay, I said. Tell Tyler I said thanks for the freedom. I shut the door. 10 minutes later, I got a notification from Amazon. Attempted charge, 450 hours, Apple Watch Series 9. Payment declined. She tried to use the credit card on her Amazon account. The one where I was the primary account holder and she was an authorized user. I had canceled her card the second she walked out the door with the boxes. I sent her a text. The cards are canceled, Bex. Stop trying to spend money you don't have. Her reply came instantly. You are financial abusing me. I poured a drink. I have a feeling the Tyler era is about to hit some logistical snags. Update 2. It's been a week. The Freedom Tour is apparently not going as planned. I know this because my apartment complex has thin walls in the hallway and Kenzie has a loud voice. 2 days ago, I was coming home from work. Kenzie and Bex were in the lobby. They weren't visiting me. They were trying to get into the mailroom. Bex still had a key to the mailbox. I forgot that one. But I had already requested the lock be changed by management. They were arguing. I can't keep sleeping on your floor, Kenzie, Bex was hissing. My back hurts, and your cat keeps peeing on my duvet. Well, Tyler won't take you, Kenzie snapped back. He said he lives with 3 guys and they don't want a girl there. I walked past them. I didn't say hello. I just pressed the elevator button. Bex saw me. She rushed over. She looked tired. Her clean girl aesthetic was looking a little frayed. Lucas, she said, putting on her soft, sad voice. The one she uses when she scratches the car rims. Can we talk, please? I'm busy, I said. The elevator arrived. She blocked the door with her foot. Please, I made a mistake. I was just stressed. I miss you. I miss us. You missed the apartment, I said. And the car, and the credit card. That's not fair, she cried. I love you. Tyler was nothing. He was just giving me validation you weren't giving me. So you were cheating, I noted. It wasn't physical, she shouted. Whatever. Look, Kenzie is kicking me out. I have nowhere to go. My parents said I can't come back to Ohio unless I admit I failed, and I can't do that. Please, Lucas, just let me stay in the guest room until I get on my feet. I looked at her. I really looked at her. For 2 years, I thought she was out of my league. I thought I was lucky to have her. Now, I saw a 26-year-old woman with no skills, no plan, and no gratitude, demanding a safety net she felt entitled to. No, I said. What am I supposed to do? She wailed. I have no money. My paycheck doesn't come until Friday and it's only $400. That sounds like a problem for someone with freedom, I said. You wanted to be independent? This is what it looks like. It costs money. I pushed her foot away gently with my work boot and let the elevator doors close. As the door shut, I heard Kenzie say, I told you he wasn't going to buy it. You need to sell the Gucci bag. I can't sell the Gucci bag, Bex screamed. It's my identity. When I got upstairs, I did a full sweep of the apartment just to make sure I hadn't missed anything of hers. I found a stash of her emergency cash in a hollowed-out book. It was $40. I put it in an envelope and taped it to the outside of my door with her name on it. Yesterday, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Tyler. Yo, bro, he said. He sounded exactly like a guy who wears sunglasses indoors. Look, Bex is freaking out. She's at my place right now crying. You need to step up, man. You can't just leave a girl on the street. She's at your place? I asked. I thought you didn't want a roommate. I don't, he said quickly. That's the point. She's killing the vibe. She keeps talking about rent and lawsuits. You need to take her back. She's your problem. She's not property, Tyler, I said, enjoying this immensely. She's a free spirit. She chose you. You won. Enjoy the prize. Man, I can't afford her, he blurted out. She wants to go to Nobu tonight because she's sad. I work at a juice bar part-time. Sounds rough, I said. Maybe you guys can split a wheatgrass shot. I hung up and blocked the number. Then the dirty tricks started. This morning, I woke up to an email from my landlord. Subject: noise complaint and unauthorized subletting. Dear Lucas, we received a report that you are running an unauthorized Airbnb out of your unit and that there have been domestic disturbances. She reported me. She tried to get me evicted so I'd be in the same boat she is. I went straight to the leasing office. I showed them the texts. I showed them the timeline. I explained that a disgruntled ex who doesn't live there is trying to swat me via HOA complaints. The property manager, a woman named Sheila who has seen everything, sighed. Is it the girl with the fake tan? Yes. She tried to get a spare key yesterday, claiming she lost hers. I told her she's not on the lease. She screamed at me that I was internalizing misogyny. I'm sorry, I said. I've changed the locks, and she has no access. Don't worry, Sheila said. I'll flag her file. If she comes on the property again, we're trespassing her. Bex tried to burn the house down because she couldn't live in it. I just got a notification on my phone, my car insurance app. Policy update. Vehicle Audi A3 has been reported stolen. She didn't report it stolen. She called the insurance company pretending to be me, she knows my social, to report it stolen, probably hoping the cops would pull me over or it would cause a hassle. Joke's on her. I have a voice passcode on my insurance account because of identity theft issues years ago. They flagged the call as fraudulent immediately. I'm currently on hold with the fraud department. I'm going to file a police report for identity theft. Not to put her in jail, necessarily, but to have a paper trail when she inevitably tries something else. Update 3. Final. It's been a month since the girls' night incident. The dust has settled, and the silence in my apartment is no longer weird. It's peaceful. Here is the accounting of the fallout. After the insurance fraud attempt, I filed the police report. An officer paid a visit to Kenzie's apartment, where Bex was officially crashing on the lease. They didn't arrest her, but they gave her a stern warning about filing false reports and identity fraud. Apparently, facing a uniformed officer in a hallway that smells like cat litter was a reality check. Bex finally realized I wasn't the safety net anymore. I was the electric fence. She ran out of options. Tyler ghosted her. Shocking, I know. Kenzie kicked her out after 2 weeks, because Bex refused to get a job that wasn't in her field and couldn't pay her share of the utilities. Kenzie also apparently got tired of Bex wearing her clothes without asking. So, Bex had to make the call she said she'd never make. She called her parents in Ohio. I know this because her dad called me. Stan is a decent guy, a retired mechanic who always thought Bex was too fancy for her own good. Lucas, he said, sounding tired. She's coming home. I'm driving the truck down to get her stuff. I'm sorry, Stan, I said. I really am. Don't be, he grunted. She told us some wild story about you abusing her, locking her out, stealing her car. But I know you, son. And I know her. I asked her straight up, did you cheat? She got quiet. That's all I needed to know. Stan came by last Saturday. He looked around the apartment, saw the boxes I'd neatly stacked, still there, and shook his head. She blew a good thing, he said. She wanted freedom, I replied. She wanted a free ride, Stan corrected. She's going to be working at the auto shop with me, answering phones, minimum wage plus tips if she's nice to the customers. She ain't going to like it. He loaded the boxes. He shook my hand. He left. I didn't see Bex. She sat in the truck the whole time, wearing sunglasses, refusing to look at the building. But the final act of entitlement came via email 3 days ago. From Rebecca. Subject: closure. Lucas, I'm writing this because my therapist says I need to express my truth. You damaged me. You took away my home, my car, and my dignity just because I made one mistake. You clearly never loved me if you could discard me so easily. I'm in Ohio now. It's miserable. I hope you're happy in your empty apartment. You might have money, but you don't have a heart. Tyler might have been broke, but at least he made me feel desired. Please forward my Sephora mail, and if you have a soul, you'll Venmo me $500 for the furniture I helped pick out. It's only fair. Goodbye, Bex. I read it. I drank my coffee. I replied, Bex, 1. I didn't take your car. It was never yours. 2. I didn't take your home. You left it. 3. I didn't take your dignity. You left that at the lounge with Tyler. 4. The furniture you picked out was paid for with my card. You picked it out, I bought it. That makes it mine. 5. I marked your Sephora mail return to sender. Good luck at the auto shop. Lucas. I haven't heard back. Yesterday I went to the grocery store. I bought the expensive steak. I bought the good beer. I bought a new throw blanket for the couch because the old one reminded me of her. I sat down, ate my steak, and watched a movie without anyone pausing it to check Instagram or complain that the actor was problematic. I checked my bank account. For the first time in 2 years, the savings number went up significantly this month. Freedom isn't about doing whatever you want without consequences. Freedom is realizing you don't have to pay for someone else's mistakes anymore. She got her freedom. I got mine. And honestly, mine tastes a lot better.